once was a beautiful young woman named Ella. She was mischievous and mercilessly tricksy. She played dangerous tricks on friends and family and laughed remorselessly at their hurt feelings and lamentations in the end. She was always up to one mischief or the other, her mind working out ways to get the better of others. She only had one friend, Rexia, who remained loyal to her despite all the pranks she'd endured growing up beside Ella. But one could not endure hurt forever, and their friendship soon hit the rocks. It happened on the day of Rexia's engagement to her fiancé, Braxton. Ella had graced the occasion, beautifully dressed to outshine everyone. But for all their suspicion and tongue-wagging, no one had known that Braxton would propose to Ella instead, humiliating his fiancée before her own guests. When an explanation was demanded by the hurt and disgraced Rexia, Ella had revealed that she'd been so attracted to Braxton the first day her bestie had introduced him as her fiancé that she had known she had to have him for herself. They looked better together, and she knew Rexia understood and would forgive her as always. Both even had the guts to share a kiss before the shocked guests before making a dramatic exit, with Braxton sweeping his new fiancée off her feet and taking her away in his new car. Rexia's love for Ella shattered like broken china in the sun. That was the last straw that broke the camel's back. Growing up in their small town, she had had her fair share of pranks from her dominant and outshining bestie. Ella had dyed her hair green on her 12th birthday, forcing her to conceal her locks in scarves for weeks. She'd put an active prank bomb in her wardrobe during her 13th birthday, causing her to live on hand-me-downs for weeks. She'd photoshopped her image with the school geek as dating, causing her to lose reputation and position as the class president that year. During the school annual cooking contest that held in their junior year, Ella had oversalted her special spice, causing her meal to come out too salty and disqualified. She had ruined her dress for her dinner with Mark, her first date, so she had had to continue in a towel instead, embarrassing both of them so much they had never had a chance at romance again. Ella had made her send a love note to a teacher in the guise of an apology, getting her expelled from school in her senior year. She'd spiked her drink on her 16th birthday party, causing her to wreak havoc at the party and lose her allowance permanently. She'd had to work for her every penny since then, and had lost her best-paying job in her 19th year. When Ella had visited her workplace for the first time to check up on her and placed cockroaches in some customers' meals just for laughs, everyone had called her a fool for forgiving all of that and sticking on when all the others had given Ella a wide berth. She had endured so much over the years, believing that Ella would change. But that would never be the case from what had just happened. She had received nothing but punishment for being a faithful friend, and for that, she decided to pay her back in her own coin. She hatched her plan and waited patiently for the right time to execute it. And it came not long after, the wedding solemnization of her ex and her mischievous friend. Disguising as the makeup artist, she wormed her way into the bride's room, shutting everyone out for the special makeover. Using a special mirror that allowed one to see oneself the way one most desired to look, she deceived Ella into believing she looked extremely beautiful. Satisfied, the bride put on her veil and left to walk the aisle with her bridesmaids. Rexia smiled to herself, prepared to see the end of it all. The veil was doubly layered. Yet, Brandon could have sworn he was seeing someone else behind it. The closer she came, the surer he became that his bride had been replaced by a hater. As soon as she stood next to him on the altar, he threw her veil open to confront whoever was wearing her dress to provide her or face his wrath. What he saw made him shriek in alarm and flee without warning. Everyone who saw her shrieked and ran, including the priest, and soon the chapel was deserted. Shocked at the sudden turn of events, she raced after Brandon, yelling for someone to tell her what was going on. As she made for her car door, the sight of her reflection in the driver's window made her shriek in horror and disbelief at the sight of her. Her face was painted like a masquerade's, half white and half black. With blood-red lips and bloody tear streaks on her cheeks, snatching her giant makeup box from the back of the car, she tried to wipe it off, but try as she did, it was all in vain. Soon tired, she crouched and cried bitterly. Just then, her makeup artist emerged from the chapel and confronted the weeping bride, revealing herself to be Rexia returned to give her a taste of her own bitter medicine. She had used the best permanent tattoo dyes to give her an impressive makeover, one that showed her as she truly was, a demon to all and herself. This was her new look now, Rexia revealed, wishing her good luck in her relating with people to ruin their lives with her evil pranks. Bidding Ella farewell, she walked away, leaving the bride that never was devastated and shattered at the fact that she now had a tattooed face for life. News spread round town about the masquerade bride through gossip and the local media. And although Ella's family felt bad for her, they all believed she'd gotten what she dealt out to others in double measure. Because she had been cruel to them in more ways than one before her fall. She did continue her life buried in makeup daily, to conceal the masquerade within. But she had to live her life devoid of mirrors at night from them on, because her once bewitching reflection had now become her nightmare.